What's happening out there, everybody? It's your old buddy Lunchbox, and we're back for a feature that I've been waiting almost a year to get back to. This is Make the Call. And when I say that, most of you know that I am a professional commentator in the professional world of professional pro wrestling. And I love nothing more than calling matches. But specifically when I'm hanging out with y'all, I love nothing more than calling bad matches. So I've scoured the internet to find something awful for you and me to watch together. And the best commentary booths have two, maybe even three people. So first off, I'd like to introduce my first co-host tonight. He is my brother. He is my cousin. He is the man behind the magic that is Pirate Flag Radio, WPFR. He is the one and only number 62 in your jersey in your programs, but yet number one in our hearts. This is Mike Vanek.
What's up, kid?
Hey, brother.
What's up, brother?
You know, just getting ready to hang out, call some bad wrestling together, man. I'm stoked that we're able to finally get the old studio running again and set aside some time to do this together.
Well, cheers to you, my friend. It's good to be back on your show. And do believe we have another special guest.
I was getting to that. Don't you be taking my job, Mike Vanek. Don't you dare do that. Now, I said the man behind the magic that is Pirate Flag WPFR. However, there is always more than just one. When you run a team like we do at Pirate Flag Radio, you need an army. You need a family. So I have Mike Vanek's lieutenant, our second in command, the 5-star general himself.
The
boss, as it were, Kerry C. Allen.
Hey, man, what's going on? Hey, guys. Glad to join you all. Glad we could do some watch some wrestling together. And I think this will be my first wrestling podcast show, so I'm very excited about that.
You know what? We're excited to have you. I was stoked when Vanek was just like, hey, man, me and Kerry are doing that band announcement show, which, you know, I'm going to ask you guys about that show here in just a moment. You know, Kerry likes wrestling too. He'd be down, and I was like, you know what? Fucking A, dude. We ain't never done a Make the Call with 3 people on, so let's see what we can do. So speaking of that, let's go ahead and tell everybody what's going on in Bristol on July 19th, I believe.
Yes, July 19th. As you know, me and Kerry run Pirate Flag Radio, and for a while now, we've been talking about doing a live show and spreading the word out and having bands that we play. We just, we didn't know if it was going to be Elder Brew or the Hideaway or this other place in town called the Stockyard. And as you know, my wife Ida is well versed in the community, working with the country radio station. She made good friends with the owners of the Stockyard, Felicia and Evan, and they offered, they offered to let me have a show. And as you know, I have not booked a metal show since the last show at the Fat Cat in Modesto,
which you probably took off and left me to run.
I did, because I was on tour with the Moonshine Bandits. But anyways, I can't do anything alone when it comes to Pirate Flag Radio. And as you mentioned earlier, Kerry C. Allen does a lot of the work with Pirate Flag Radio. And I said, man, look, we're going to do this. We're going to do it together. And that's what we're doing.
Yeah, it's a super stacked show. This is going to be one of the best metal shows in the area that we've had in a long time. So kudos for Mike to putting this all together, getting all the bands on board. Couldn't picked a better lineup. So Mike, go ahead and say the lineup. Let's get that out of the way.
Why don't you talk about these bands, Kerry? You're from our area. By the way, Kerry is coming live from Johnson City, Tennessee. I'm coming to you live from the WPFR mansion in Bristol, Virginia.
Oh, that's what we're calling it now?
Yeah.
It's not the Doom Tomb or the Boom Boom Room. It's the WPFR Radio Mansion.
The Doom Tomb studio is being, I was told that it has to be cleaned out so that we can start using it for a studio again.
Oh, man. Well, anyways, yeah, so Starting, I guess we'll be starting the show with Pirate Flag Radio's very own Moose Trainwreck Roberts, the Bristol.
Oh!
That's right. Yeah, Moose is a Bristol legend. He's been in the game who knows how long, and
Nobody knows how long, dude.
Yeah, no, it's been from eternity. So yeah, Moose he'll open us up, and it'll be a great show. Moose always puts on a great show.
Dude,
Tell us
being as I sent this link into the Pirate Flag Radio, it wouldn't shock me if I got that ding up in the corner and looked over and it's like, wait a minute, Moose is in the backstage area. Fucking let's bring out Moose, dude.
So, yeah, since we're on a wrestling podcast, let's tag team this. Mike, go ahead and say the second band.
Our second band is a thrash band from Johnson City, Tennessee. They're called Bakaloo, and they are
heavy.
Heavy. They are Exodus heavy. They are Hatred heavy. They are the thrash band in our area, and fucking they're killer, dude. I'll play them for you sometime. And then go ahead and talk about the next band, Kerry.
Yeah, if not my favorite band, one of my favorite bands in our scene here, and that is the great and mighty Coffin Smoke. And if you're into death metal, if you're into doom metal, Coffin Smoke's the way to go. Great guys, awesome guys, always put on an awesome show. And I'm so very glad that we've got them on this stacked lineup of bands.
They're a huge get for us because they don't play a lot, and
they're from Johnson City, where I'm from. So.
Yeah, so and Johnson City is literally right down the road from us. It's like the distance between Modesto and Turlock. You know what I mean?
So are they one of those bands that has been around forever? They only come out the woodwork to do the occasional big event.
Yeah, but
I would certainly put them in that category. But they're like the silent killers, like they'll just be like, you won't hear from them in a while, and they're like, oh, we just put out a killer album, and here it is, and then they start blasting some shows out and stuff like that. So
and they just changed their identity. They used to be called Navajo Witch, and the Navajo Witch stuff I've played for you before on our show, and they're just amazing live. And then our headliner for the night is a legendary band from Bristol. They've been around for 10 years, 20 years, something like that. At least,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
They were a band called Birds of Paradise, and then that broke up, and they started this band. And it's another band I've played for you over and over again. They're called the Nerve Endings.
Know who they are.
And they are quite possibly the most popular band in our area as far as bands from Bristol. So we got to steal a Lunchbox quote, we have all killer, no filler, and I'm fucking stoked.
Yeah, I was just thinking. I bet you Nerve Endings is probably the band on the most rotation of all the shows that we have on Pirate Flag Radio. Yeah, I mean we've played them on I've played them on Fuzzkill. I've played them on my Maximum Rock and Roll shows. You've played them on all of your shows, I'm pretty sure. And and so yeah. I'm super excited about this, Mike. I'm glad.
So, anyways, if you're local to us, the Stockyard is 190 North Raceway Village Drive in Bristol, Tennessee. It is literally footsteps away from the famous Bristol Motor Speedway. And like Kerry said, we have an absolute stack show for you. Music starts at 7 Eastern, featuring DJ Hughes. Then our band started at 8 o'clock. It's a $10 cover, and we want to sell this fucker out. What do you think is your favorite band on this bill?
What a tough question.
Yeah.
Gosh, man. I think I'm really excited to see Bakaloo live. So I think the one I'm most excited about is probably Bakaloo.
Right on. Being able to see them live. They are one of the few bands on this bill that I have not seen live, and I'm totally stoked to see them.
Right. So yeah, super excited about that. But yeah, about said Navajo Witch, but Coffin Smoke. if you've got to see this band live, if you haven't seen this band live, you got to see them live. They're the tightest band ever, maybe. I mean, they're so tight.
See,
July 19th.
July 19th at the Stockyard.
At the Stockyard in Bristol, Tennessee.
Bristol, Tennessee. That's across the street from Bristol, Virginia, you guys.
Yes, and it's,
literally.
The venue is literally footsteps away from Bristol Motor Speedway, which is the giant NASCAR speedway we have here.
Hey, Jordan, thanks for joining us tonight in the chat. I'm doing well, man. Just happy to be back with my boys. This is the magic of the internet. We get to hang out all the way from Johnson, Tennessee to Bristol, Virginia, all the way back to Los Banos, California. We're all hanging out getting ready to enjoy some deathmatch wrestling together. So Pirate Flag Radio Showcase, July 19th at the Stockyard, Bristol, Tennessee, across the street from Bristol, Virginia. So you don't get confused, though, if you know the area. You probably wouldn't anyway. Check it out. Nerve Endings, Coffin Smoke, Moose, Trainwreck Roberts, and what's the other band I missed?
Bakaloo.
So, guys, who knows? I'm not going to say I'll make that appearance, but, stranger things have happened. I really can't wait till I can make it out there and we can do like a live show. Like we'll take over Elder Brew with cameras and microphones and shit and just literally do a live fucking one of our show. We'll like roll the dice or pick it out of a hat.
Yeah, they'll let us do it too.
Who knows? Maybe we could do like 2 or 3 hour-long shows and they'll just get worse because we'll just get drunker.
It's a good place to get drunk at.
Speaking of getting drunker, yeah, I'm looking forward to trying some Elder Brew. Everybody got a drink tonight, right?
I do.
Yeah, look at mine.
Oh, okay, what's
green tea? Green tea.
First, green tea, of the Lipton variety.
That's right.
Okay, Mike Vanek, what do you got tonight?
I'm drinking a fine Narragansett. Hi, neighbor. Also, Narragansett, for those of you that know, is the beer they drink on the movie Jaws.
I cannot wait till you are done with that 18-pack, so that way I don't have to hear that every time we do a show together.
Good, I'm going to get old style next. But anyways, I don't drink hipster beer. I drink grandpa beer. And this is also on tap at Elder Brew on 6th Street in Bristol, Tennessee.
I have an Altamont Brewing Company straight out of Livermore, California, Nutty Operator Peanut Butter Oatmeal Stout. One of my favorites, super sweet can. If you're into those nice, thick, rich stouts that'll keep you warm on a cold night, perfect. I mean, it's what's weather like out there, guys? It's a nice, clear 70-ish right now on 8:38 p.m. here in Los Banos, California. What about y'all over there?
It's boiling hot here in Bristol. It's probably 80 degrees outside.
Yeah, at least. Yeah, 82, 83 degrees here in Johnson City, and that's hot for us.
Right, with about a 92% humidity.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
You feel like you're dying.
It's the first day that the humidity really hit, too. So,
yeah.
It sucks going outside.
Yeah, you're feeling it.
I have family over there in Tullahoma, Tennessee, which I know is clear on the other side of the state, but I can't imagine the weather's too tremendously different, just a little more mountainous over on the side you're on.
Yeah, it's way more humid down. The lower you go in Tennessee, the more humid you get.
Closer you get to the coast type thing?
Yeah. When I was in Knoxville, it was super humid, and then I moved up here, and it's a little bit more cool because we're just a town in the middle of the mountains.
Yep. Yeah, you get off the mountain, and it's a totally different world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. God, it's way different way up there.
Yeah.
All right, so
here in what are we? We're Central Appalachia or Southern?
Central Appalachia.
That's right.
It's right on the line, but yeah, technically Central.
That's like here in California. We've got NorCal, SenCal, SoCal. And like half of us in SenCal say we're in NorCal. If you're above the Fresno line, you're in NorCal. But
because I grew up in Modesto and I still call myself SenCal.
Well, I was gonna say but that's the thing is people forget SenCal exists. They think of it as north or south. No. The central.
It's a murder was from Merced, and they had that T-shirt that said straight out of SenCal. I have it over there.
Yeah, I got one. I got one in my bin too. But alas, gentlemen, now that we've promoted the WPFR Pirate Flag Radio Showcase, and don't forget, you can hear all our shows at WPFRPirateFlagRadio.com. Did I get that right?
It's pirateflagradio.com.
So strike that, reverse it. And thank you. And you can hear all of our shows, including Fuzzkill with Carrie C. Allen, Sounds from the Underground with Mike Vanek. I got the Lunch Hour. We got, Transmission in Exile. We've got so many shows out here, so much variety, a little bit of something for everyone. And, we just want you guys to hear what we're all about. We from coast to coast. No one does it better than Pirate Flag Radio, and we are the most consistent underground station out there right now. And don't you forget.
Before we continue, this show is also a birthday party. Our host that does Carry On Pit, Ethan Frazier, he's been in numerous local bands in this area. It's his birthday the night after, and my other partner and the person who does all our website and everything, Cam Collins, her husband Brian's birthday is also that weekend.
Oh, cool.
So, definitely some festivities there.
Definitely some festivities. We will definitely get smashed and watch stupid wrestling in their honor. So, Mike Vanek, you and I have talked at length about our wrestling fandom, how we got into it and whatnot. Mm-hmm. Carrie, tell us your story, man. What's your wrestling fandom look like? Where do you come from era-wise? What are you into in wrestling?
Man, I can't even remember a time where I wasn't watching wrestling. I definitely started out, the mid 90s WWF stuff. Mm-hmm. So Shawn Michaels, Hogan was still there, all that stuff.
Jerry, you're from the heart of Smoky Mountain country. Did you ever go see Smoky Mountain Wrestling?
I never got to see it live. I did watch on some local networks, but they were here all the time. They would book out Freedom Hall, mm-hmm. And so, so you would see them, it was funny. You'd see them at these little small schools and then you'd see them at Freedom Hall, so,
yeah.
You had the Rock and Roll Express, you had the Midnight Express, you had, all those guys, the Rock and Roll Express, obviously, the one that we know the fondest, I guess,
Yeah. You see Ricky all over town around here.
You just see him walking around everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And, you were talking about running into Ricky Morton earlier today in pre-show.
Yeah. I seen him the other day walking into his dentist.
Definitely got into it. I was a huge WCW guy.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, I was, WCW, I was watching Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero, all the luchadors, La Parca, who else am I forgetting? Juventud. Yeah, that's when I really started enjoying wrestling.
Smoked a blunt with Juventud Guerrero at WrestleMania 31.
Really?
We've told Mike Vanek he needs to write a book called I Smoked Weed With. And just share his stories. Like, it's definitely got to be an audiobook, though, because for the Mike Vanek experience, you've got to hear him.
That's right.
Like, if you don't know Mike Vanek, it's not the same if you're reading his words, if you're not hearing, so, brother, this one time back in the day, we was hanging out, and all of a sudden, I looked to the left, and there was Juventud Guerrero, and he was like, got any weed? And I was like, if you give me 6 minutes, I could pull that off for you, brother. I came back, smoked
4 minutes and 37 seconds later. Yeah, I had a life before. I used to be cool and I lived in California, and then I moved out here and went to work at a casino.
You guys don't realize the man that Mike Vanek was out here. Like, he was our resident kind of like grungy, dirty, dingy promoter cat, one of the better businessmen out there, and it was nuts. Like, the shit he'd pull off, and the people he knew. Like, he met me and my mother-in-law downtown for sushi one time, and the guy who owned the place straight up is all, he's on me. Like, didn't like without being asked, without anything. Like, Vanek walks in, shakes his hand, what's up, George? Sits down next to us. And then, like, as soon as we go ahead and get ready to eat, he's just like, he's on me. Like, don't even worry about it. He's on me. It's just like, all right. Like, that was when I started realizing the celebrity level of Mike Vanek.
When you're a concert promoter, which I was for the better part of 20 years, you do a lot of favors for people. And we spent a lot of money in that Chinese food restaurant getting, meals for bands and stuff. And anytime George needed tickets, I had them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You want to go see this? Sure, yeah, go ahead. And he was just a cool guy. And there's a lot of business owners that I did favors for, and we'd sit down and our meal would be free. You know what I mean? So it's just part of the job. You know what I mean? I did it for a long time, and looks like we're doing it again.
There we go. Let's get right back into it, guys. Hey, it's like riding a bike. You never forget. So anyway,
Right.
Kerry, how do you feel about death matches? Like, have you watched a lot of death matches?
Oh yeah, for sure. I watching Terry Funk, of course Mick Foley and those are my favorite guys for a long time. And so yeah, just watching I think Terry Funk was probably certainly the reason I started watching more death matches. And then you get sucked down the YouTube rabbit hole, so you're watching all the Japanese stuff,
FMW.
Oh, all of it, I mean,
Yeah.
you just get sucked into it, and
All the King of the Deathmatch tournaments and
right, so you just get into watching all the explosions and barbed wire, and
Yeah,
it's just like what else? What else are you gonna watch after you
Mhm.
watch that stuff? It's just like just great, it's great stuff. So
You
excited
know,
to see what we got.
I like the classic death matches. You mentioned FMW. You mentioned, and FMW were the kings of it.
Right.
And they
Exploding barbed wire death match.
well, see, the thing about it is the difference between FMW and what's come about since then is FMW. It was a wrestling match with some brutal elements going on into it. They knew how to tease it. They knew how to drag your suspense out, make you suspend your disbelief about all the maybe even believe that some of this crazy shit's not even going to happen.
Right.
And then of course it always did.
Right.
But they were able to suspend your disbelief. How up are you on CZW Combat Zone Wrestling and stuff like that?
Yeah, I've watched several of those matches online. So yeah, it's just total brutality. My gosh, some of those are just absolutely nuts. So I can't say that I can't speak to one in particular, but yeah, I've watched several of them online. So I love all that stuff. Death matches. You get sucked. No matter what you think about it, you're going to watch it. So if you're a Jim Cornette, if you're a Jim Cornette and want to complain about everything, he's still watching them. It's just you can't help it.
Like I said, the car crash theory. It's so
right.
brutal you can't look away.
That's
what about
exactly
you, Danik? How do you feel about death matches?
I'm a big fan of Anita, and Kerry said, Terry Funk was ahead of his time, and he was one of those few old schoolers that was willing to put his body on the line and do death matches. Keep in mind, man, he's an NWA World Heavyweight Champion. Didn't have to do it, but he big fan of his ECW work, and there was a lot of bloodshed in that company. I like the death matches, but they have to be done properly. That one they did in AEW, remember that?
The exploding barbed wire match with Mox and Kenny Omega?
Yeah, that was kind of dumb. But I've seen...
Here's the thing about that, though. It was so good until the end.
Yeah.
Like that ending, that whole exploding countdown ring thing, it only works if you have a real explosion. This just looked like someone set off some lame-ass sparklers in the corner.
Yeah, I guess they said it was some sort of technical issue or something, at the end of it, but it's just come on, guys,
right.
Well, and the worst part is
bad enough to where John Moxley talked shit about it on TV the next week.
Right. Yeah.
Well, the worst part about it, the best part was when he wrote about it in his book, when he's like, they did the dramatic thing. Eddie Kingston's gonna save him, covers him up, and all of a sudden it's just some sparklers that get nowhere near him. Yeah. There's not even enough smoke to make it look good, and they're just sitting there going, should we get up now?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of indie shows where the guys go in there and it's booked as something, but it just turns into a death match. Case in point, when I worked for Pro Wrestling Bushido, in Modesto, Bobby Hart versus CJ Kurz in a fucking gas-powered weed whacker match.
Oh my
And they had
That's essentially a death match anyway, though.
and they had to have the referee start the weed whacker because they couldn't get it started. And then they got it started, and the fucking referee hands it to one of them, and they fight over it. And then he gets it, and they just took turns hitting each other with a weed whacker, and they
Oh
had
my
these
goodness.
red fucking marks all over them. And that shit, I've been hit by that shit. It hurts, but
I've
It
never
was
taken
fun.
one to the chest, but definitely to the shins and whatnot.
Oh,
if you,
yeah.
you know,
yeah, and the
Drink
shin
a couple
hurts
beers
the
before
worst
you do
when it's
yard
right
work.
above me. Yeah. That's what I'll be doing tomorrow.
So anyway, the first time I did this show, I found this particular guy, and you know what? Like I'm sticking with him. If you know it's a day of type thing like today was, where we agreed upon it today. And so I was like, you know what? Let me see if I could just find this guy again. And it's a man
What
by
up,
the name of
Rico?
JJ Escobar. Are you guys familiar?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, JJ Escobar, for those of you who don't know, he wears a ski mask. He is the king of the Southern Death Match. Like, this guy, this is what he does. You know, so I was like, all right, I can't use the one I used in my first episode with my usual co-host, Jason Hastings. So I went ahead and I found the Horror Slam heavyweight title match from JJ Escobar versus Gigi Jacobs. And this is only 2 months ago. So we are utilizing like current content. So this
Hey,
isn't me
Carrie.
digging into the bowels.
Hold on. Hey, Carrie.
Yeah,
Freak shows in the chat.
I see that. I just seen
Good.
his comment.
What's up, dude?
Hey,
All right,
what's
go
up,
ahead,
Freak
Davey.
Show? So shit, hadn't heard Reverend Freak Show, man. Hadn't heard that guy's name in about 10 years till he started doing shows with us. So, all right.
Check out Freak Show Radio.
So if you're going to look this up to watch along as you listen on Pirate Flag Radio, WPFR, you're going to search on YouTube, Horror Slam, that's HORRORSLAM, one word, heavyweight, HEAVYWEIGHT, title, TITLE, JJ Escobar, your champion, versus GG Jacobs. So I'm going to go ahead. Carrie, since you're the guest, why don't you give us a countdown, man?
What do you want to say? 3, 2, 1?
Yeah, go ahead and give it a 3, 2, 1.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
All right. Share that screen. All right, so here we go. Once again, Horror Slam heavyweight title match between JJ Escobar and GG Jacobs. You men who don't have first names, we need that audio. All right, so I went ahead and turned down the audio, and this is your standard. This looks like an event center at like
Coming to you live from the Vets Hall in Muscatala, Georgia.
Muscatala, Georgia is known for its famous convention center shows, and they have to get this cleaned up because in the morning they're going to have the Allstate life insurance policy crew come on in and, you know, do their thing, and hopefully they're not slipping in blood because then they'll have to cash out one of them life insurance policies.
It looks like
Does that say Queer Billy on the back of his?
I was just going to say, it says Queer Billy. I didn't catch this. He's hanging out with a fan who's got on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cowboy hats with a red ribbon on it.
Metal shirt.
there's a masked guy in the back there. What the heck's he doing? Just
Dude, look at that
Hang-
sick ass
hanging out.
Roddy Piper.
I know.
Fucking
Yes. You can get those at RussoFight.com, by the way.
I mean, I figured they exist. You know, they're available out there. There's no way that was from 1984. Is that Conor McGregor? That's not Conor McGregor. And there's assumedly one of our competitors. Queer Billy Pound Town is what it says on GG Jacobs' jacket. Like, okay, so this is definitely, and I would probably say there's a good 150 people there, like 2 rows deep, 10 deep. Like,
Oh yeah,
all
it's the only
corners.
thing going on in their town, by the way.
Well, and is that
the photographer has the vest on now? So we're all set.
literally the whole population is in this place right here.
his trunks say Pound Town USA? Merry Christmas, you filthy animal on his shirt. I love this Gigi Jacobs cat already. I am already in this. I'm invested. This motherfucker.
Oh my goodness, handlebar mustache and all.
Hey, what's up, Eric Wolfred? Made ramen so spicy it's like getting stung in the tongue by angry scorpions.
Oh, I love
Also,
that shit.
get them explosions. All right, and here he comes, man. The king of deathmatch wrestling, JJ Escobar, and apparently he's got his stunt double filming for him.
Any day now, Junior.
Now, you got to give it up, man. The production on this is tremendous. They've got the trust.
Oh, there he is.
Great lighting, JJ Escobar. Like, I would love to have this guy on here.
You get that lighting and that truss on Amazon.
No doubt, but they actually did it. Like, honestly, dude, like, I can really, what a 6-eye ho horror slam. So the horror slam is apparently one of those big events in the independent community down there. I'm not, so this is in Muscaloosa.
Was that a Christmas tree that was in the ring? Did I just see a Christmas tree?
You might have. There's one in the background there.
They're obviously one in the ring. Those fucking ski masks, and I kind of want one.
All right, it looks like, okay, so I see tinsel, a gift, the box of light bulb tubes, a giant present.
So, yeah, this is a Christmas show.
Okay, not only and there's a whole table full of presents on that side of the ring. Okay, this is going to be nuts, gentlemen. See, when I first had Jason Hastings on here, it was great because he was like, death matches are okay as long as it's not one of those, matches where they just ring the bell and start smacking each other with light tubes. Lo and behold, what did JJ and his fucking opponent do? They came in and started smacking each other with light tubes when the bell rings. All right, hang on. You know what? I'm going to turn up the audio because I want to see that. I want to hear that JJ Escobar entrance because this cat's a big deal in the deathmatch community.
Track it.
I can't understand. There's so many letters.
I guess I'm just started out, but I'll probably ran it back enough.
I like a good strap on, Orville.
By the way, this is a Vets Hall of attendance for staggering 152 people.
Hey, dude, you know what? That's cool. Like,
hanging
now,
from the rafters.
Granted, for the shit they're gonna do, that's probably not worth it. But let's see. All right, sorry, I didn't get that. I didn't get that introduction on here on Pirate Flag Radio.
By the way, the wrestler payout for this show is 2 hot dogs, a bag of chips, and signed 8x10 by Ricky Martin from the Rock and Roll Express.
Okay, so we get a tie-up here, like a death match with a tie-up. Maybe these guys are actually going to wrestle a little bit.
I don't think they can get on the top rope. I think they'd go through the freaking ceiling tiles if they get on the top.
You know what? I want them to try because I want to know. Like, this is being filmed by, and it's actually pretty good camera work by homeboy. I mean, now it is. Earlier, he was cutting off their heads and shit. So that's Greg from down at the AMPM. He hangs out back there on Wednesdays. And
we don't have
AMPMs
here.
And you give him $25. Oh, sorry, the Piggly Wiggly. And you give him $25.
It's Roadrunner here. AMPMs are all Roadrunners here.
Either way, you give him $25 and loan him the camera. He'll film your wrestling event. He gets a bigger payout than most of the wrestlers.
And a bump in the bathroom with a heavyweight champion.
Oh, we're not doing songs tonight, Eric. We're just doing wrestling. Man, she is just nonstop tonight. I have an elderly dog that has gotten used to all the attention from her medical care, and now if nobody's in the room with her, she barks until someone shows up. Maggie. Yeah, that was right. She's healing up pretty good, but anyway, man, like this is a JJ Escobar record. Like we have gone like 2 minutes into this match. Let's see. I'll give you an actual count right now. We're like 4 minutes into this match, and nobody's hit anybody with a light tube.
Dude, it's got to be hot as balls in that ski mask wrestling.
Dude, you know what? The ski mask is probably the most intelligent thing he does because that way at least he's got something blocking the light tube.
Oh God, yeah. I didn't think of that.
So this is when we're gonna find. Like, I guess this cat can actually wrestle. Like Gigi Jacobs, like he's this dumpy looking dude who apparently, like, you know, his thing is
He
of
can
the
move
queer
for a big
variety
boy.
support, and he could. Oh shit, that was a nice reversal into an STF.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Oh, dude, JJ's got a Hatchet Man on his elbow pad. Why am I not surprised? Hey, Juggalos and deathmatch wrestling are peanut butter and jelly, man.
That's true.
Like, if you've ever watched the Stranglemania tapes I'm sorry, Diamond Donovan Douglas and Handsome Harley Guastella commentate, like, they're actually a lot of fun. They're the old death matches. So anyway, like, look at this. Oh, here we go. Oh, no.
There's a lot. Not yet.
Look. JJ takes the first one.
First one.
Oh.
You know, they both work. They both work at the Dollar General together.
Oh, dude, that is 2 pairs of light bulb tubes. And why the fuck have they always started hitting each other with pairs of light bulb tubes? Oh, here we go. The stab on the shoulder.
Yep.
I have always hated this one. Like, where they just take the broken light bulb tube and stab each other with it. And then break it over his head.
Even with that toboggan on his head, it's still gotta hurt.
Oh, there's some color.
Oh, yeah, someone's bleeding already. My guess is
Yep.
JJ, but you never know.
Real
Yeah, it's
quick,
all-
what do
yeah.
you think of the Ray Phoenix debut?
Oh, I'm
You know
super
what? I didn't see it
excited
yet.
about that. Yeah, I'm super excited about that. I wish they were together, but you know, I'm just glad they're there.
They put him with they put him against one of Seth Rollins' trainees, and he did a really good job with him.
Yeah.
Right on. All right, let's see. First present being opened up tonight.
I think it's like
I do love the horse thing. And why are there people wearing Burger King crowns? Like, homie just went to Burger King before and it's a chair.
oh, it's a chair. It's a chair.
Bro, it's the South. You can get Burger King crowns at McDonald's here.
Gary, can you confirm that?
Oh, it's all over the
They're
place.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, blocks the shot with a little rubber bat. And now Gigi Jacobs going to work. Gigi Jacobs is built like a miniature Rikishi.
Pound Town, USA, and the fucking.
Oh, he's going to take the ball bat. He's got him. Oh, it's a barbed wire rubber
Yeah,
bat.
it's barbed wire. Oh,
Right in the taint. You know, we're always yelling, kick him in the taint or hit him in the taint at independent wrestling. Usually it doesn't happen. And he just did it with a barbed wire bat.
He just took his manhood and said, "I'll be taking that."
all right. Second present. Some barbed wire candy canes.
Barbed wire. JJ up with the chair. Oh, no, here come the barbed wire candy canes.
We should watch
Right
the
across
Adrian
the
Adonis
back.
stick match after this.
This is the Gigi Jacobs fucking. Eric Wolford's going nuts.
Oh,
Oh, it's stuck.
what a bird!
Plug it in, plug it in. All right, we got a teddy bear of some sort. All right, I don't. Is it barbed wire?
What
Is the
up? Yeah,
barbed wire
Yeah, we're missing something on the teddy bear. I don't know what's going on there.
right? Because he was just pushing it to his face,
Yeah.
and Gigi's selling the teddy bear like it's the barbed wire bat. There's got to be barbed wire or something on there.
He's blind.
Dude, this kid came to protect himself in this death match. He's got on an extra shirt, headband, like, oh, the staple gun comes out the third present. Oh, nope. Reversal
no
there by
contact.
Gigi.
Little slab.
JJ with a pair of super kicks,
Oh.
and now he's still, and he never dropped the stapler. All right, staple gun coming in. Getting money from the crowd. And this is how he gets his payout. There's a fucking Duck Dynasty Santa Claus giving him money.
Man, I bet you their promoter sprung for Little Caesars, dog.
Oh,
That
he's
elf has
dragging
the
kids
biggest-
in, dragging a 8-year-old.
Oh,
in
he's
here.
gonna have the kid staple his head.
Staple the dollar to his head.
No, he
Oh,
had him hold
shit.
the dollar while he stapled it. And that elf in the background had the biggest titties I've ever seen on an elf. There she is again. Santa hat with leopard, on the brim, green, and just big old boobies, like. And now
He's up to $3. $3.
Wait, is that 4?
for that seat?
Oh, he's got the barbed wire back. Oh, the barbed wire
man.
came off and it's wrapped up. JJ, holy shit.
He's still got dollars stapled to it.
Well, that's the deal, is if he makes it back to the locker room with the dollar, he gets to keep it.
He's getting
right,
paid
now
at least. He's getting paid at least $3 tonight. We can confirm.
And that looks like one of those, if you buy a bed frame from online, that's the fucking side, or no, that's the foot rail. All right, so
I don't know. I would rather have the hot dog instead of the $3 because they buy with $3.
Yeah, but over here in Muscaloosa, reversal JJ suplexes Gigi through the fucking bed frame. All right, now cover. Okay, and it's on the outside one. Nope.
By the way, the referee works at Waffle House and he'll hook you up with referee fucking hash browns.
Right, so he's the scariest guy in this match because he works at Waffle House.
Oh, here comes the kid. He's
gonna use him as a fucking battering ram.
The kid with autism because he's got the autism headphones.
Right, because this is not the sort of thing you just have a kid who doesn't have sensory issues wearing headphones to. Because there's not that many people.
Oh, I would wear sensory headphones at a wrestling show. I wish we had sensory headphones when I was a kid. They just said, "Oh, Mike's just slow."
Okay, fifth present or something here. What is? Oh, it's a weed
Oh,
whacker.
it's a weed whacker.
Oh, we were talking about
The
this
referee
before.
gonna start it.
And my thing is, nowadays, why wouldn't you just use a Ryobi battery powered and shit?
Exactly right.
The Ego one, they got the fucking mini bike. The same battery fits in the lawnmower.
I think he got started. He got it started right up.
And they borrowed that weed whacker from Jeb's Hardware, one of our sponsors. Oh nope, it already died. I was gonna say Jeb keeps it in good shape.
No.
Okay, it's died once.
No, that came from Kurt's Ace Hardware from downtown Bristol.
He didn't prime it yet. He needs a prime. He didn't prime it up.
He probably figured it was going to be primed first.
I love how he can't get it started and he fucking heats up the crowd. Like, come on. It's going to start if you cheer.
All right, I think it's running again. And now
shit.
and it's funny, he's keeping the throttle. Nope, the wind turned off again.
Hey, Davey, let's get audio for this.
All right, hang on. All right, back
Oh,
up.
here we go.
And he's running it so it doesn't die.
He's
Like,
gonna hold
holding-
He's holding the gas. He's just gonna hold the gas.
Right, he's holding the throttle and he's got the choke to it.
Dude, take
Oh no, he had to set it down to get in the ring. And under that hood he's praying, no dynamite. Oh, dude.
Oh man.
No, I think it died.
just he just DDT'd him on the. He just DDT'd
yeah.
him on the weed whacker.
All right, wait, the weed whacker. All right, let's see if it starts.
He's not getting this. I bet you the $3 on him. He's not getting this.
I bet you he's never worked a weed whacker ever.
No, you can tell, never.
You gotta
And
keep
some
the
bitch's
choke.
motor's probably flooded at this point. Like JJ's laying on the ground trying to keep him out of starting. Oh, it's going. The old dick twist.
Remember old Joey Ryan used to do that shit? Now he can't even get a job at Disneyland.
No, he did get a job at Disneyland. They fired him. All right, now the Weed Whacker's off again. This is the fifth time. Fifth time in charge. Oh, it's on!
Back on.
Oh, it's on. He knows how to use it. He's Mexican.
Oh, why would you? Did it go off again?
It just went off.
And like he's like, dude, the Weed Whacker's not working. Just get it out of the ring.
Oh, here's some more light tubes.
Oh shit!
All right. I'm gonna kill the audio again.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
That's a lot of money worth of light tubes, dude. Those things aren't cheap.
No, they get them down at Walmart, or actually look in the boxes. One of these guys
Your
works
Chase
at the
Hardware, downtown
store.
Johnson City.
All right. Now, fucking. All right. JJ's reaching into his tights.
He's digging for something.
He's got those brass knucks, dog.
You think it's the brass
That's right.
knucks? And I love how homie's just filming it. And like Gigi's just wandering around the ring. Like this is taking like 45 seconds, dude.
He can't even find one.
He's like, oh, that's my dick.
Well, that's my bag of coke for happening show. Dude, now he's trying to fucking like now they're just talking to each other. Like this match has gone snake bit. Like I was worried this was gonna be good,
Fuck.
and it's
I'm too
not.
high to taste this chicken.
2 at a time. Here we go. The double light tubes. This is probably the. Oh my gosh.
Stabbing him in the balls this time. Like I said, I was worried this was going to be good, and I'm so happy it hasn't been.
This is the best make the call match you've picked so far.
I mean, the other one was pretty good, but I mean, I was worried because this was actually wrestling in a ring. Like,
No,
maybe
this is the best at this VFW, wherever this is they've ever had. So
The Vets Hall in
Vets
fucking
Hall.
Bristol, Virginia.
no, this
right
is in
up
Tuscaloosa, Georgia, dude.
No,
Come on,
man,
get
that's
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Bristol. That's right off of fucking Piedmont and fucking Lee
Wait,
Highway.
what's JJ got? Like, what the fuck is that?
what is that?
It looks like the thing that the waiter gives you.
That's like a what's that? A mouse? Like a computer mouse?
Is it the skull saber?
Oh, that's what.
It's
that
his
looks
cup.
like.
It's his
Oh.
cup,
Oh, let's see it now. Yeah.
which is what he was. Oh, now he's doing the
Oh,
Mississippi with a cup.
Is he rocking a GG Allen patch on the side of his?
Yeah,
fucking-
he's got a GG Allen and psychopathic record Hatchet Man on his.
Oh wow.
So
Oh, he kicked out of the mandible cup. So that's what JJ was fumbling for. Fuck, man, JJ. That's what JJ was fumbling for in his tights. He's trying to pull his cup out. All right, pump handle doggy style.
So the next question is, why did it take him so long to find his cup in his pants? It took him 10
He couldn't
minutes.
get the compression. Another light tube to the back.
Another $20 down the drain.
Oh, curb stomp on all that glass, dude. All right, cover 1, 2, 3. Oh, really?
Imagine
really
having
over?
to work with this guy on Monday at Dollar General. You're like trying to stock fucking Pringles, and this guy's like, "Man, you went too far in the match on Saturday." I'm like, oh, did he win?
Yeah, he pinned him off that
Oh.
stomp.
And
They got
still,
they got the belt from Kita Belts.
And still, your horror slam heavyweight champion.
That's a very nice
JJ
title
has-
belt, by the way. A lot of these Southern Wrestling Federations don't have nice title belts. That's a nice title belt.
Yeah, it's a pretty good belt.
Yeah, they ain't doing that at All Pro Wrestling Tennessee.
yeah, he's got 2 GG Allen patches, and I don't know what the other one's, POD or something on the bottom. I can't even tell.
All right, hang on. Let's see if is he gonna do a promo? Nope.
Dude, I saw G.G. Allen in Oakland right before he died. I was like 13 or 14. He threw shit at me. Like shit.
Like human shit, like feces.
Yeah. Well, it was supposed to be for his, but you know.
Dude, that
Okay.
chick looks disturbed by what she was brought here on a date. She was dressed in a nice dress, and she's like, "What the fuck did this guy take me to?"
Living in Bristol.
She was just like, I wore this dress where my boobies are almost already out, and like
She
he's
works
still
at-
not gonna get to see him later. Like, I'm going home. I'm calling the Uber.
And
he's out.
She's got to be at the birthplace of Country Music Museum in the morning.
Wow.
You got another one to watch?
You know what? I wasn't planning on where we at. We're at 51. No. I mean, we could scour some in post, maybe.
Yeah, well, you suck.
No, that was good. That was, like I said, that's the best. What town was that again? So nowhere, Georgia.
Muscaloosa.
Bristol, Virginia.
That was the best match they've had in Muscaloosa, Georgia ever.
The
So
fucking vet hall off of Piedmont and Lee Highway. Next to the now burned down fucking Virginia Intermont College. Notice that Dallas Danger put the picture.
yeah, I seen that. Yeah,
It's burning down.
yeah,
On
I
its
seen
album
that.
cover.
Yeah,
So, like, wow, what a way to return to the airwaves with fucking Make the Call. Not only, the match quality, but the quality of company I've got tonight. Like, thank you, gentlemen. I'm happy. You guys
We're gonna
decided.
make an hour, so I won't have to move a show up. So that
Well, hang on, dude. Shut up. I'm still working. Hey, the biggest talker outside of Moose on the station is talking. All right, give me a second. Excuse the box. Kerry C. Allen, give us your
Yes,
thoughts
sir.
on that match.
that was okay. Let me put it this way: the best Christmas themed death match I've ever seen. How about that?
How many have you seen?
That adding them up all together, let me see if I can get this. That would be one.
That one.
Yeah, that one.
Okay, but I will take that. So is that high praise? Like, so did you had a good time with that?
Oh, it was. Did I enjoy watching that? 100% enjoyed watching that. Yeah, absolutely.
You're gonna have to bring
That's what I
Barry
wanna
back on this show, dude.
So is this the sort of thing you're going to bring up on Fuzzkill? Man, Mike Vanek brought this weirdo from California in, and he made me watch death matches. I watched a man get stabbed in the gooch with a light bulb tube.
No, man, I've been wanting to bring Kerry in on our shows for a long time. It's
No,
about
this is
time
great.
that he's on one of those.
No, this is great. No, that's fun. As my cheesy horror movie, fascination. I think that falls right into stuff that I enjoy watching. Is it the match of the year? No, but it's the match of the decade when it comes to Christmas themed death matches.
All right, Mike Vanek, give us your thoughts on this championship encounter you just witnessed.
Well, it's by far the
Yeah,
best
that's right. It
match.
was a championship match.
Yeah. It's by far the best match you've ever featured on the program.
No,
And,
it isn't. No, it
yeah,
isn't. You
no,
and
dude,
me watched
I
the
like
Legion
that.
of- you
Or
and me watched
no-
the Legion of Doom versus the Dream Team or something like that. And that was actually
No, we watched Ted DiBiase versus somebody, and that was fucking killer.
no, it was Ted DiBiase and somebody versus LOD or the Road
Oh.
Warriors.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it was Mid-South Wrestling for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
And that was actually a good match. Like, how dare you put it was hard to make fun of that.
Oh man.
I'm just glad to have the content.
Because we just don't have enough here on Pirate Flag Radio. So, I'll go ahead. The box says this. Like, if somehow this winds up on JJ Escobar's radar, I would love to have him on my show to pick his brain a little bit. Like, most people I know that are in the wrestling industry fucking hate death matches, and I get it. But they actually tried to add some wrestling psychology, some timing, some suspense. And most of what they got was unintentional. I mean, the Weed Whacker died fucking 5 times, and he finally gets it set up, and he was gunning it, and I think he flooded that bitch, and he's like gunning it, and he gets ready to hit him with it, and it dies, so he turns it around, finally just gives up and hits him with it. Like, Like the point is, use a battery-powered weed whacker. All right. Like I know the sound is less impressive.
Yeah, but you don't get the smell of the gasoline and the, in the arena. You lose all the quality of the weed eater.
Well, I mean, I was even gonna comment that all those fumes are definitely getting these guys high for free. They're gonna get charged an extra $1 for getting high off them gas fumes in studio, but like it wouldn't stay on long enough.
Oh man.
So fucking yeah, I absolutely am happy to have that. So all right, gentlemen, let me go ahead and let you guys say your goodbyes.
Here's one with his pants on fire.
We'll watch it in post, dude. Like,
I'm just telling you, he has one with his pants on fire.
Like I said, we can watch that in post. But anyway, so gentlemen, go ahead and plug yourselves. Carrie, we'll start with you. Where can they hear your resounding voice with that brilliant Southern drawl?
Every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time, right here on Pirate Flag Radio. You can hear Fuzzkill Radio, my baby, my show, my favorite thing I do each week. So please tune in 9 o'clock right here on Pirate Flag Radio, www.pirateflagradio.com for Fuzzkill Radio. That's it.
Mike Vanek, let's hear about you.
You can find me on Pirate Flag Radio every goddamn day. I am on Mondays, Old School Metal Time Machine. Wednesdays with the Scuzz Bucket Radio program is our punk rock and alternative station and program. And you can hear me with Sounds from the Underground on Friday and Deep Tracks Flashback on Sunday. Occasionally we do deep dive bar country, and then me and Carrie do a doom metal show every Saturday and Sunday. We trade off. It's called the Heavy Low Low Show, and you can find all those at our website, pirateflagradio.com. If you need merchandise, you can get Pirate Flag Radio merchandise at tpublic.com. Just search Pirate Flag Radio, WPFR. You can get t-shirts, hats, hoodies, tank tops, hats, stickers, buttons. You can get a onesie for your baby. You can get a pillow for your couch. You can get a book bag with my logo on it. The point is, we don't make no money off this shit. We just want you to have merchandise that has our names on it. You can get shirts from everything from Buzzkill Radio to Transmission from Exile to the Lunch Hour with Davey and Jen. Please support Pirate Flag Radio if you'd like to donate to a nonprofit, independent, underground radio station dedicated to the artist and the listener. You can go to Pirate Flag Radio 209 at gmail.com on PayPal, and all donations will go to the American Red Cross for Hurricane Helene relief. Thank you, Box.
Right
yeah,
on,
thanks for letting me come in. I loved it, enjoyed it. Hope to do it again soon.
Anytime, Carrie. Like I said, I feel like we should be crossing shows a lot more. Like we should all be guesting on each other's shows a fuck ton more. So that way, we can go ahead and really really each other. Because those all you cats are out there located in Bristol, Virginia. Which town in Tennessee? Johnson City. I was gonna hit him with an "it doesn't matter what town you're in." But the thing is y'all are all out there in kind of a group together, and I'm over here holding it down on the West Coast, and we don't get to like plug each other's stuff. So those of y'all who listen to their shows, you don't hear my shows because you don't know that it's your old buddy Lunchbox, the most fun guy you don't know, coming to you live from the West Coast, and we can hang out. So you can catch me at the Almighty Lunchbox on Instagram. You can hear what I do at Blacklist Pro Wrestling. That's Blacklist Pro Wrestling on Facebook, Blacklist Pro on Instagram, California Wrestling Association, both on Facebook and Instagram, and Best of the West Pro Wrestling at Best of the West or BOTW.com. And yep, the great Mike Rain, your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler. And hopefully I'll get to have some of those guys on Make the Call. You can hear my voice alongside my beautiful, buxom, bouncing bride, Jen, on the Lunch Hour. When's the Lunch Hour on Pirate Flag Radio? I know we took a leave of absence there, but we're back.
Saturdays at 11 p.m. Eastern.
Saturdays 11 p.m. Eastern. You can hear the lunch hour. I know that's a late lunch, but you guys can hear some of the best bands from the Central Valley out here in California. And also me and my wife's new favorite feature, Stay Out of That Girl's DMs, where we take your favorite internet creeps and we bust them up verbally. And you can also check out this show, which is Make the Call, where I call in someone to watch some beautiful bad wrestling. And we'll get a time slot up for you on that.
Sundays at 6 p.m. Eastern.
Sundays at 6 p.m. Eastern. Sunday wrestling. Ain't no better tradition. So anyway, thank you guys once again. My name is Lunchbox. That is one word, capital L, capital B. Thank you very much. And I'm so glad you came with me and we made the call.